was definitely it was definitely a fun qual, and it was not easy for a second class to get it for sure.
Yeah.
I remember, I went through some I went through some hard times to get that qual on time.
I bet there was a lot of pressure, right? Like you said,
Oh, yeah.
they're already giving you grief because you're not a first class, even though you can't control that, right? You got the orders, you got the orders. Are they all BOSA mates as well, or are they also QMs and such?
Yeah, there's some quartermasters up there. We had one GM, but it was all there was a different story, but it was all the rest of us were BOSA mates and quartermasters, right? But yeah,
I could see that.
I think that tour set me up big time.
Oh, I'm sure, because not only do you understand the officers go through, at least in the Naval Academy, when it comes to preparing them for leadership at sea, especially up in the commanding office, in the command.
Yeah.
I never got to see the pilot house till I was a CMC. Like, let's be honest. I'd go up there, jump out the draft report, and I'd leave, right? I never hung around. And so, yes, you stood watch on the bridge. You're coming up as a sailor. Yes, you were boatsmate of the watch. Yes, you were all those things. But driving the ship's a little bit different, being like the con and doing all that other stuff. Vice just, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I know there's a different perspective for the drivers of the ship versus the operators of the ship, right? And just a thought process. And then for you to go quickly into that pipeline and have number one, feel like the odds are against you. Feel like you're once again, they're not prepared for you or you're not the guy. And then you've got to prove that you deserve this opportunity or what? They're going to send you to the fleet or whatever they're threatening you with.
Yeah, so they had a pretty much a sailboat division where you go over there and you get on these little sailboats with the Marines, and I didn't want to do, or with the midshipmen. I didn't want to do that, and for me it was just an opportunity to show them I can do it. Right? It didn't really matter to me. I don't really care, about those things. Right? That's positive pressure as far as I'm concerned. Right? Because I put more pressure on myself than what they're going to put on me anyway, right? I mean, at this time, I'm 23 years old. I got a wife to take care of, right? I don't driving a boat and teaching some midshipmen how to navigate. That's okay. I can do that.
But you're very competitive, right? As much as you're stoic and as much as you're calm, you're very competitive. Yeah. And I know that about you, right? You're very competitive. And I mean, your first ship, the Ponce, you go there. You change directions because they didn't give you all the information. Because if you'd have known that, you probably would have smoked the test because you'd have prepared. But then, what do you get? Capped at BM2. You're up for PO1. So you have a good first tour.
Yeah.
And you found success there, probably through consistent performance, sustained superior performance is what we tend to call in the Navy, right? And that's what that's probably what you're giving up, right? I just got a feeling. And now here you are. And not only are you competitive, but you said it's positive pressure. You don't mind operating against the grind, right? Like, give me that pressure, and you'll show them, right? So I love that part about you. I love that part about anybody because I relate, right? I feel like if you could connect somebody with an opponent that they can recognize they want to try to compete with or even beat, that you might find them even perform at a higher level than they ever thought they could perform at.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, for me, how easy is it to go somewhere that's already squared away, or how easy is it to go somewhere where there's no that's easy, right? But for me, I've been successful by being at places that need work, right? I'd prefer go somewhere and the person I'm relieving not even be there anymore, right? Because I don't need them feeling some type of way if I do it differently, right?